5 things an actor should not do in the audition room.
Oh, wow. 5 things an actor should not do in the audition room. The worst thing an actor can do is to have the smell of desperation on them. Neediness and desperation, it is death. It's anathema to what you want to have happen. And that is I forget 5, that's the 2 things right there. If you go in, put so much importance on an audition, I gotta have this, like, right? And most actors are broke most of the time, right? Especially when you're starting out. I know I was sleeping on the floor in a 1-bedroom apartment. Sleeping on the floor, my right hand to God. So, you need the job. And, you put everything on it. So you walk in, you're needy, you're desperate, hope they like me. Man, nobody wants to work with that. Nobody wants to work with that. That's death, So you've got to do everything in your power to keep that from happening, even if you need that job like you need oxygen, right? That would tell you, if you kind of pull back and look at it, you need to start finding other streams of revenue, right? If you have to get a side job, right, day job, whatever they want to call it, maybe day job's not the thing to do, especially in today's day and age. You can drive your damn car. Crazy to me, but you can do it, right? I don't mean it's crazy to do it. It's like, what an amazing thing to be able to have. I wish I had that option.
I know. It's pretty cool.
Back when I was a boy. So that would be the first thing. I think the biggest thing to answer that question would be for an actor to get on the other side of the table. So you sit on the casting side of the table and watch the actors come through. Nothing will inform you quite so rapidly as to every mistake that you make.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Because you're going to do your work, you're going to make your choices. Hopefully we all do that, and most actors don't prepare enough. In the beginning, they learn. But, I don't think that's this crowd. And even this would go for writers too. When you're taking a meeting, you got to do your work. You got to get prepared, make your choices, know what you're going to talk about, have your pitch. But if you're desperate, no one wants to be around that. They want to be around someone who's fun to be around, someone who's prepared, who's professional, who they can rely upon, and who's responsible and fun. Hopefully fun. And if you're funny, bonus. Not that that's important, but it's a job. It's a job interview.
Have there been times when you have felt desperate and you feel like that was the reason that it didn't go well?
That's how I learned. Hell yeah. When I first started, I'd go for an audition. The auditions didn't come very often. So when I had an audition, I would think to myself, oh my God, I got to get this, because I'm really competitive and driven and, and ambitious. Those aren't dirty words, by the way. Some people think they are.
We're actually going to have to bleep out competitive. I'm sorry. I can't say that, yeah.
Seriously?
No, I'm kidding.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's not okay on Film Courage. Sorry.
Duly noted. I was desperate as they came. I wanted that job to succeed, to say, yes, look what I have done, right? And the other part of it, excuse me, was because I'm going to be a star, right? And in the beginning, it was like doing a 5 and under, day player role. Had no idea what any of it meant. I didn't get the broader context of it. So I walk in and I would be desperate, or I'd be needy, or I'd be, who knows, any number of things. But yeah, definitely I did. And I started to learn, like, oh my God, that's not good. Don't want to do that. And for me, it did happen when I got on the other side and watched the casting process happen. And you can tell right away,
So when there were times, let's say, when other things were going on, maybe you had several projects and then you just happened to pop in for another one or something, and then that sort of, I don't want to call it breeziness because that's the wrong word, but the not needing it so badly ended up you getting another one because they're like, oh, I like this guy.
Did that happen, you're asking me?
Yeah,
absolutely. Right. Because they're again, managing I wasn't even thinking about managing your emotions, but you're not desperate, you're not needy, you've got a job, you're feeling good about yourself, And look, let's be honest. In this business, there's so many ups and downs. Like it's not a consistent. Unless you're really lucky, you have your own show. You're part of an ensemble show. You're movie star, whatever it may be, and you're going to be working for X number of days, or you're going to be working for X number of months. That's a different situation. For everyone else, which is literally 98% of the acting industry, right? It's this all the time, right? So if you are working and you get a chance to go on an audition in between that, man, you just feel like you're on top of the world. Desperation and neediness are nowhere to be found. You're up here with it. But instead of looking at it like, my, doesn't stink because I'm working and everyone starts posturing and fronting like, and you're like, slow your roll, take it easy. I'm happy for you. Never say that, of course. Never say that. But look at that and see what that is. What is that? What's going on? Well, it's because I don't need this. I don't feel like I need this. Yeah, I want it. Sure, I'm going to do my best job, but, I'm more loose. I'm more free. And, improvisation for everyone, I think, is one of the most informative, important things you could ever do. Whether you're acting, writing, directing, whatever, it's really smart. A little side note. There's a guy I know, really smart guy, and he was going to get into his father's business. His father did very well in this industry and won tons of awards, and really, really powerful and great, talented person. And son wanted to do the same thing. And he said, well, if you want to, direct and write and produce, you got to know what acting is. You got to know how to talk to the actors. And I see that happen so frequently where directors, they don't understand the process, they don't know what's going on, and they're just like, what is, they want to stay away from the actor, or they will not necessarily demonize, isn't the right word, but kind of categorize the actor as difficult, crazy, stupid, whatever, right? And so he told his son that you need to go take acting classes. And I was like, what? He doesn't need acting classes. He's not going to act. But it wasn't about that. It was about understanding the actor's process, the craft, the skill, and everything else. And, he knew he was going to be an actor, but he sat in there. It was like, I don't know, a 6-week course, and showed up every class, got up on stage, did all the work. And, one of the smartest things he ever did, and he's not doing that at all now. I think that's smart. You should learn all those things, because especially in today's business, Rome is burning right in front of us, right? Commercials have disappeared, which is how most actors made a living in between, like a real, put your teeth into it role, whether it be in television or film or whatever. You get your residuals, you get your pension benefits, you get your health care. Kind of important, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty much disappeared. And now everything has become another thing altogether, right? Non-union jobs, etc. But if you're just going to say, well, I'm just going to be an actor, I'm just going to be a writer, or I'm just going to be a director, I'm just going to do this, I think that's probably not the most resourceful way to go about things. It would be better if you were a conglomeration of everything. And truthfully, if we're going to be honest, everyone wants to make a mark, wants to, say something. So maybe creating your own thing is the smartest thing to do.